In the timeless wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, one of the most beloved spiritual teachers to bridge East and West, we find profound guidance on how to live a life that attracts divine blessings and spiritual merit. Yogananda taught that karma is not merely the mechanical law of cause and effect, but a sacred opportunity to align ourselves with the divine will and accumulate spiritual treasures that transcend material wealth. Through his teachings, we discover that certain simple actions, when performed with the right consciousness and devotion, can generate tremendous positive karma and invite an abundance of blessings into our lives. Before we continue, let's pause the moment. If you enjoy this video, hit like button, comment below about your thought, and subscribe so you don't miss any video inspired by Yogananda's teaching. Thank you very much. The first of these transformative practices is the cultivation of unconditional love and compassion toward all beings. Yogananda emphasized that love is the fundamental force of the universe, the very essence of God's nature. When we extend genuine love to others without expectation of return, without judgment or discrimination, we align ourselves with the divine current that flows through all creation. This doesn't mean we must feel an emotional attachment to everyone we meet, but rather that we recognize the divine spark within each soul and treat all beings with kindness, respect, and understanding. Whether we encounter a stranger on the street, a difficult colleague, or even someone who has wronged us, approaching them with compassion creates positive karmic ripples that return to us multiplied many times over. Yogananda taught that every act of genuine kindness is recorded in the cosmic ledger, and that the universe conspires to return our love in unexpected and beautiful ways. When we practice this unconditional love, we begin to see the world through God's eyes, recognizing that all souls are on their own journey toward enlightenment, each facing their unique challenges and lessons. This perspective transforms our relationships and our daily interactions, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for spiritual growth and blessing. The second simple karma that earns abundant blessings is the practice of selfless service, or seva, performed without attachment to results or recognition. Yogananda was deeply inspired by the Bhagavad Gita's teaching of karma yoga, the path of action performed as an offering to the divine. When we serve others with no thought of personal gain, when we give our time, energy, and resources to uplift those in need, we participate in God's work on earth. This service need not be grand or dramatic. It can be as simple as helping an elderly neighbor with groceries, volunteering at a local shelter, or offering a listening ear to someone in distress. The key is the consciousness with which we serve. If we serve to be praised, to feel superior, or to accumulate social capital, the spiritual benefit is diminished. But when we serve because we genuinely wish to alleviate suffering and bring joy to others, when we see our service as an opportunity to express divine love through our actions, we create powerful positive karma. Yogananda taught that such selfless service purifies the heart, dissolves the ego, and opens us to receive God's grace. The blessings that flow from this practice are both material and spiritual. We may find that our own needs are met in miraculous ways, and we certainly experience the deep inner satisfaction that comes from being an instrument of divine love in the world. The third transformative practice is the discipline of daily meditation and communion with the divine. Yogananda brought the ancient science of Kriya Yoga to the West and emphasized that regular meditation is not merely a relaxation technique, but a sacred technology for accelerating spiritual evolution. When we sit in meditation each day, withdrawing our attention from the external world and turning it inward toward the divine presence within, we accumulate tremendous spiritual merit. Meditation purifies our consciousness, burns away negative karmas from past actions, and attunes us to the higher frequencies of divine wisdom and love. Yogananda taught that even a few minutes of sincere meditation each day creates positive karma that protects us from difficulties and attracts beneficial circumstances into our lives. The consistency of practice is more important than the duration. It is better to meditate for 15 minutes every single day than to meditate for hours once a week. Through regular meditation, we develop our intuition, strengthen our connection to divine guidance, and create a reservoir of inner peace that sustains us through life's challenges. The blessings that flow from this practice are immeasurable, including improved health, greater mental clarity, deeper relationships, and an ever-expanding awareness of our true nature as souls made in God's image. The fourth simple karma is the practice of truthfulness in thought, word, and deed. Yogananda emphasized that truth is one of the fundamental pillars of spiritual life, and that living in alignment with truth creates a powerful magnetic force that attracts blessings. This doesn't mean we should be brutally honest in ways that harm others, but rather that we should cultivate integrity in all our dealings, speak honestly while remaining kind, and avoid deception in any form. When we lie, even in small ways, we create karmic entanglements that complicate our lives and distance us from divine grace. But when we commit to truthfulness, we simplify our existence and align ourselves with the fundamental nature of reality. Truth has a purifying quality. It cuts through illusion and brings clarity to every situation. Yogananda taught that those who practice truthfulness develop a spiritual power that makes their words effective and their intentions manifest more easily. People naturally trust those who are truthful, and this trust opens doors and creates opportunities that would otherwise remain closed. Moreover, living truthfully brings inner peace, as we no longer carry the burden of maintaining false appearances or remembering what lies we've told. The universe rewards truthfulness with protection, guidance, and the fulfillment of righteous desires. The fifth transformative practice is the cultivation of gratitude and appreciation for all of life's experiences, both pleasant and challenging. Yogananda taught that gratitude is one of the fastest ways to transform our consciousness and attract blessings. When we approach life with a grateful heart, recognizing that every experience is an opportunity for growth and that even difficulties contain hidden gifts, we align ourselves with the positive flow of divine energy. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, from problems to possibilities, from fear to faith. This shift in perspective is itself a form of spiritual alchemy that transmutes the lead of ordinary consciousness into the gold of divine awareness. Yogananda encouraged his students to begin and end each day with gratitude, thanking God for the gift of life, for the breath in their lungs, for the people who love them, for the lessons they're learning, and for the opportunity to serve and grow. When we practice gratitude consistently, we notice that we have more and more to be grateful for. The universe responds to our appreciation by sending more blessings our way. This is not mere positive thinking, but a profound spiritual principle. What we focus on expands, and when we focus on blessings, we attract more blessings. Gratitude also protects us from the negative karma of complaining, resentment, and victimhood, which only serve to perpetuate suffering and limitation. The sixth simple karma that generates abundant blessings is the practice of forgiveness, both of others and of ourselves. Yogananda taught that holding on to resentment, anger, and grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. These negative emotions create karmic chains that bind us to painful past experiences and prevent us from moving forward into the freedom and joy that are our birthright. When we forgive those who have hurt us, we don't condone their actions or pretend the harm didn't occur. Rather, we release ourselves from the prison of bitterness and reclaim our power. Forgiveness is ultimately a gift we give ourselves, freeing our energy for more constructive purposes and opening our hearts to receive divine love. Yogananda emphasized that forgiveness is essential for spiritual progress and that those who cannot forgive remain stuck in cycles of suffering and limitation. The practice of forgiveness requires courage and often must be repeated many times before it takes root in our hearts, but the rewards are immense. When we forgive, we create space for miracles, healing, and new possibilities. We also generate positive karma that protects us from similar hurts in the future and attracts people and circumstances that support our highest good. Equally important is self-forgiveness, releasing ourselves from guilt and shame over past mistakes. Yogananda taught that we are all learning and growing, and that God's love is unconditional and infinite. When we forgive ourselves, we align with this divine love and open ourselves to receive the guidance and grace we need to make better choices going forward. The seventh transformative practice is the discipline of right livelihood and the conscious use of our resources in ways that serve the highest good. Yogananda taught that how we earn our living and how we use our money, time, and talents has profound karmic implications. When we choose work that serves others, that contributes positively to the world, and that allows us to express our unique gifts, we create positive karma and attract abundance. Conversely, when we engage in work that harms others or that violates our own values, we create negative karma that eventually manifests as suffering and limitation. Right livelihood doesn't necessarily mean we must all become monks or social workers. It means bringing consciousness and integrity to whatever work we do, treating colleagues and customers with respect, and seeking to add value rather than merely extract profit. Yogananda also emphasized the importance of generosity and the spiritual law of circulation. When we give freely of our resources to support spiritual work, help those in need, and contribute to causes we believe in, we set in motion a divine law that ensures our own needs are met. This is not a mechanical formula but a spiritual principle. The universe is abundant, and when we trust in this abundance and share what we have, we open ourselves to receive even more. Hoarding and miserliness create karmic blockages that prevent the flow of prosperity, while generosity creates channels through which blessings can pour into our lives. The key is to give with joy and without attachment, trusting that God will provide for all our needs as we serve His purposes in the world. These 7 simple karmas, when practiced consistently and with sincere devotion, create a powerful synergy that accelerates our spiritual evolution and attracts an abundance of blessings into every area of our lives. Yogananda taught that we are not victims of fate but co-creators of our destiny, and that through conscious action aligned with divine principles, we can transform our lives and fulfill our highest potential. The beauty of these practices is their simplicity and accessibility. They require no special equipment, no advanced degrees, no extraordinary circumstances. They can be integrated into our daily lives regardless of our background, beliefs, or current situation. What they do require is sincerity, consistency, and a genuine desire to grow spiritually and serve the highest good. As we commit to these practices, we may notice that our lives begin to flow more smoothly, that obstacles dissolve more easily, that the right people and opportunities appear at the right time, and that we experience a deepening sense of peace, purpose, and connection to the divine. These are the blessings that Yogananda promised to those who walk the spiritual path with dedication and love, and they are available to anyone willing to make the effort to align their actions with divine will.